The following is a class on the Bhagavad-gītā as it is, 3rd chapter, text number 7, given by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, recorded on January 1st, 1976, in Madras, India.
We are preaching Krishna consciousness all over the world, and we are getting good response because we are preaching Bhagavad-gītā as this book is here it is in Bhagavad-gītā as it is. We do not make any false interpretation, so that the reader also spoiled and the listener is also spoiled. There are so many people, sometimes they come forward to give me some credit that I have done very wonderful things. I reply that I do not know how to do something wonderful. I cannot manufacture gold. I cannot show any jugglery. But if there is any credit, then the only credit is I don't adulterate. The pure milk, I don't show my expert service by adding water. That I do. So we present Bhagavad-gītā as it is. In the Bhagavad-gītā, Krishna is the Supreme Lord. In all the Vedic literature, Krishna is accepted as the Supreme Lord, person, the Supreme Personality of God. Ishvara Parama Krishna, Satchidananda Vigraha, Anadi Radi Govinda Sarvakarmakara. And the Vedanta Sutra, it is inquired, Athata Brahma Jigyasa, what is Brahma? This human life is made for understanding Brahma. Aham Brahmasmi. This is real education. So, that Parabrahma, we are Brahma, but Krishna is Parabrahma. Nitya Nityanam Chetana Chetanana. He is the supreme Nitya, eternal. Krishna is also eternal, we are also eternal. Na hannate hannamane sarire. So, Nitya Nityanam Chetana Chetanana. And what is the difference between Krishna and me? The difference is, Eko jo bahunam vidudati kama. Krishna maintains all this pluralism. He is similar. Nitya, Nityana. He is similar. This similar number and plural number, what is the difference? The difference is that Krishna is the maintainer and we are the maintained. Krishna is the predominator, we are predominated. This is so our preaching is this Krishna consciousness, that people are searching after God, speculating throughout the whole life. But here Krishna is canvassing. Here I am. No. Avajanti manamurha. God is canvassing. Here I am. And these people are searching after God. Just see. So why? That is explained here. Ahankara vimura ma. False egoism. Ahankara karta ham iti manati. he is fully under the control of Prakriti and still he is thinking independent. That is vimura, bewildered. So, Prakriti krimanani gunai karmani sarvasa ahankara vimratma karta aham iti mandana. The material world, especially in this age, everyone is thinking, I am the greatest. Who can become more than me? Ahankara vimratma. This material world is like that. Everyone is thinking like that. Or asurik pravritti, ko ardha skri, mama sama, he is greater than me. There is a struggle for this vimuratma, competition. But at the end, he is under the control of nature, everyone knows it. Because ultimately the death will come. And all ahankaras will be taken away. I don't care for God, I am independent, I am God. All these ahankara, false egotism, on account of being bewildered. These things will be finished when Krishna will come as death. Everything will be finished. Mrityu sarva harastaham. Krishna has described himself that I am death. I am death and I take away all your possession. That's all. As death, it will be taken away. However intelligent we may be, however proud we may be for our possession, but the death is sure as death. And when death comes, the death is also another form of Krishna. He will take everything, just like Hiranyakashipu. He was very, very proud of his possession. He was controlling over the three worlds. He was chastising his son, Prahlad Maharaj. In this way he was very, very proud. But when Krishna came as Nrsimhadev, everything was finished within a second. So we should not mistake this fact. Krishna therefore presents that your real problem is birth, death, old age and disease. Your real problem. You are making solution of all the problems by scientific advancement, by education, by so on, political matters. It is all right. But how you are going to solve these problems? Janma mrityu jara vyadhi dukkha doshanudarsanam. How you solve this problem? Actually, human life is meant for solving this problem, not this temporary problem. Temporary problem will go on. If you don't solve this problem, janma mrityu jara vyadhi, then any form of life there will be problems. Even if you are elevated to the heavenly planets, there are also problems. Indra is not very happy there, the king of heavenly planets. Although the higher planets, the duration of life, the standard of civilization, standard of comfort, many, many thousand times greater than here. But the same problem, janma mrityu jara vyadhi, is there. You cannot avoid it. But actually our problem is that nobody wants to die. That's a fact. But death is enforced. No young man wants to become old man, but it is enforced. You cannot avoid it. So, we should understand this is sense that we are not independent. That's a fact. Prakriti kiramānāti. And above Prakriti, there is Krishna. Maya iandKṛṣṇa prakriti suyate sacharacharam. hetunani na kaunteya jagadvi parivartate. So, therefore, Krishna is accepted as the supreme controller. Ishvara Parama Krishna. Ishvara means controller, one who controls. Everyone has got some capacity to control. Every one of us, you are also controlling your family, controlling your business. I am controlling this institution, and so on, so on. Everyone has got some. In that sense, everyone is Ishvara. There is no fight on this point. But we are controller of a limited circle, but we are controlled also. That is our position. Not that I am simply controller, but I am controlled by higher authority. So therefore, I am not supreme controller. I am controller, Ishvara. But here is one Ishvara, Krishna. Ishvara Parama. He is supreme controller. Why supreme controller? Because he is not controlled by anyone. That is Krishna's position. Krishna, when he was present on this planet, he practically demonstrated that he controlled everyone, but nobody controlled him. That is Ishvara. That is called Parameshvara. Ishvara everyone may be. God everyone may be. But Godhead is Krishna. Nitya Nityanam Chetana Chetana. So we should understand it very nicely, and it is not very difficult. The same controller is coming before us as one of us, as human being. But we are not accepting it. That is the difficulty. Avajananti mangamura manasing tanuvasa. That is very regretful. Krishna says that I am coming to exhibit who is the supreme controller, and I am praying as human being so that everyone can understand. I am giving instruction in the Bhagavad-gītā. Still, these fools, the rascals, they cannot understand. So, God is there. We can give the God's name, Krishna. God's address also, Vrindavan. God's father's name, mother's name. So where is the difficulty to find out God? But they will not accept. They will not accept. Mura, they have been described as Mura. So this morning, this press reporters asking me, what is the purpose of your movement? I said, to educate the Mura. That's all. This is the common substance of this Krishna consciousness movement, that we are trying to educate the Mura. And who is Mura? That is described by Krishna. Namara duskidina Mura pravadante narakama. Why? Maya puritagyana. Why Maya has taken away his knowledge? Asuri bhavamasi. We have got very simple test like a chemist in the small test tube can analyze what is the liquid. So, we are not very intelligent. We are also one of so many muras. But we have got the test tube. Krishna says, we like to remain mura and take education from Krishna. This is Krishna consciousness. We do not pose ourselves as very learned scholar and very erudite scholar. We know everything. No. We are Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He also tried to remain a mura. When he talked with Prakāśānanda Saraswati, he was Mayavadi sannyasi. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was dancing and chanting. So these Mayavadi sannyasis were criticizing him that he is a sannyasi and he is simply chanting and dancing with some sentimental persons. What is this? So a meeting was arranged between Prakāśānanda Saraswati and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. In that meeting, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu attended as a humble sannyasi. So Prakāśānanda Saraswati questioned him, said, you are a sannyasi, your duty is to study Vedanta always. How is that you are chanting and dancing? You are not reading Vedanta. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, yes sir, that's a fact. I am doing because my Guru Maharaj saw me a mudha, rascal. How is that? He said, Guru Mori Murkha Dekhi Korilo Sasam. My Guru Maharaj saw me a fool number one and he chastised me. How he has chastised you? He had no jurisdiction for studying Vedanta. It is not possible for you. You are a mula. You better chant. So what is this purpose? The purpose is, at the present moment, these mudhas, how they will understand Vedanta. Better chant Hare Krishna. Then he will get all knowledge. Hare Nama, Hare Nama, Hare Nama iva kevalam, kalau nasti nasti, gatirannam. In this age, people are so fallen. Now what they will understand Vedanta and who has got the time to read Vedanta? So, better take the education of Vedanta, direct. As Krishna said, Vedaśca sarvai ahamaiva vedam. So, Vedanta knowledge is how sabdadana vritti. By chanting the Sabda Brahma, one can be liberated. So this is recommended in the Shastras. Hare Nama, Hare Nama, Hare Nama iva kevalam, kalau nasiva 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 gatirannata. So, if one is actually interested how to become liberated from this material bondage, janma, mrityu, jara, vyadhi, these are the problems, then according to Shastra, according to Mahajan, one must take to this chanting of Hare Krishna Mahamantra. This is our purpose. So, even Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he was so learned scholar, every one of you know, and he was very popular leader at Navadvip. And when he was 16 years old only, he defeated one very great learned scholar, Keshav Kashmiri. And he was known as Nimai Pandit. Actually, he was very learned scholar, and his explanation of one verse, Atmaramascha munayo nirganthyapi rukrame, he described this verse in 64 ways. He was such a learned scholar. So he was not a fool, but he represented the fool of this age, that if you want liberation from material bondage, because this human form of life is meant for that purpose. Janma mrityu jara vyadhi dukkha dosharam. This human life is meant for getting out of this engagement of repetition of birth, death, old age and disease. This is human form of life. It is meant for. Unfortunately, there is no education that why I do not want death, but why death is compulsory. I do not want old age, why old age is compulsory. I do not want to take birth, why birth is compulsory. These are the actual questions or problems of life, and our whole Vedic literature is meant for solving this problem. That is the whole purpose. Vedic literature, Vedic civilization is not meant for working day and night like animals only for maintaining the foodstuff and sense gratification. It is not civilization. According to our Vedic civilization, this is not civilization. This is another form of animal life. Because Rishabdev says, Nayang deha deho bhajangani loke kastan kaman arhati virujanaji tapo dibbam putrakajena suddheta satya. That is it, suddheta satya. Satta, our existence, is now polluted. In fact, therefore, we have to accept birth, death, old age and disease. The cats and dogs, they cannot get this opportunity. How to purify the existence or to become free from these four principles of material unhappiness. They cannot understand, they cannot study Vedic literature, they cannot take instruction of Bhagavad-gītā or Shrimad Bhagavatam. So if we do not take advantage of our Vedic knowledge which is found in India, then we are spoiling our life. Therefore Narottam Das Thakur has sung a very nice song. Hari Hari Vifale Janama Boy. My Lord, Hari Krishna, I have simply wasted my time. Why? Manusya Janama Paiya Radha Krishna Nam Bhajiya Janiya Suniya Vishakhai. I got this human form of life, but I did not take the advantage offered in this life to understand Krishna. Therefore, I have taken poison knowingly. I have taken poison. So this Krishna consciousness movement is very important. It is not something manufactured, mental concoction. It is authorized movement. Krishna says, Sarva dharman parityajya mamekam sharanam vraja. Matta paradaram nanya kinchijasti dhananjaya. There is no more superior fact than Krishna. That you have to understand. And how he is superior. We are taking nature as very wonderful, but behind the nature, the manipulator, the conqueror, is Krishna. That you have to understand. That is understanding of Krishna. Big scientists are finding out the wonderful natural laws, but it is their duty to find out who has made this law and how it is being conducted so nicely. That answer is there. Prakriti mayadhakshena prakriti suyate sacharacharam hetunani na kaunteya jagadvi parivartate. The Prakriti is very powerful, there is no doubt. In the Brahma Samhita it is stated that sthiti palaya sadhana shaktirika chayeva jassa bhavanani vibhakti Durga. Durga, Goddess Durga, she is the Prakriti power, and she can create, she can maintain, she can annihilate. Sthiti palaya sadhana shaktirika. Chayeva jassa bhavanani vibhakti. But she is acting just like shadow, not independent. Ichhanu rupavapi jassa cheshtate sa govindamadi. Come on. The Govinda is the ultimate background. Sarvakarana karma. Ishvara Paramakrita. This is the Brahma Samhita written by Lord Brahma. And he is personally explaining himself. What is the difficulty to understand Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead? So we should take opportunity of this human form of life, how to understand. If one has got this human form of life, it is difficult. Where Krishna said, Manusyanam sahasreshu kaschid jatati siddhaya jatatam visiddhana kaschid vritimam tattva. So there are so many things to be learned about Krishna. Krishna says that I am controlling the material nature. Now, if you are actually very great scientist, you find out how Krishna is controlling. That is, idam nipumsas tapasa sutasava. Actually, education, tapasa, means that you should understand what is the ultimate truth, how is acting. Then your education, your scientific knowledge is perfect. In the Shrimad Bhagavatam it is said in the Naimisharana, Atappambhi dijasreshtha varnasama vibhagas sanushthitasya dharmasya samsiddhi harito. So whatever you do, it doesn't matter, but try to satisfy the Supreme Lord by your work. That is the perfection of life. Samsiddhi harito. You cannot, this is foolishness. There is no God. How you can say so? You are completely under the control of the laws of nature, and nature is being controlled by God. How you can say that you are independent? Therefore, it is not very good business that people are pushing on a type of civilization, godless civilization. They will never be happy because we are so controlled that after death we have to accept tatha dehantara prapti. You cannot stop that. As you cannot stop, just like a boy, if he says, no, I will not grow. Father says, my dear boy, you are playing whole day. Go to school, learn something, other in future you will be unhappy, you will not be able to maintain yourself. If the boy says, no, I am no future. I will not become a young man. I shall play. But that is not a fact. You have to become a young man. And you have to take responsibility. So similarly, Krishna says, Dehi nasmin yatha dehi kaumana jovanam jara tatha dehantara prapti dhiras tattvanamai. The dehantara prapti is there. That's a fact. How you can say I am independent? This is foolishness. You are not independent. How dehantara prapti? Karvana daiva netrena. According to your karma. In this life, we are preparing ourselves for the next life. How it is? Janti deva prata devan pitrin janti pitri prata dute ja janti mat jajino vi janti ma. You have to prepare yourself. So, leaving aside the black side, you take the bright side, that you are trying to go to the higher planetary system, Sarvalok, Janalok, Mahalok, Tapalok. So you have to prepare yourself. They are trying to go to the moon planet. But according to our calculation, they have never gone to the moon planet. They have never gone. Because we find in the Shastras, the moon planet is situated 1,600,000 miles above the sun. They calculate the 93 millions of miles the sun is situated. The 93 million plus another 1,600,000 becomes 95 million miles. How one can go 95 millions of miles in 4 days? So according to our Shastra, we cannot believe this statement. So apart from this discussion, You can go to the moon planet. That is also one of the heavenly planets. But you have to prepare for that. That is karma kanda. You have to perform such and such yajnas. It is not that by force you can go any other planet. By force you cannot go even any other parts of the world here. If you want to go to America, you have to take passport, visa and so many things. And you will be allowed to go to the moon planet without any visa and passport. How is possible? It is common sense. They are so fools that some rascal will take some message and go there. That is not possible. So, we have to prepare. So Krishna said, Janti deva vrta deva. If you want to go to the heavenly planet, you can go. You prepare yourself. Pitri jnanti, pitri loka, if you can go. Majjade no vijanti ma. But if you prepare yourself for coming to me, back to home, you can do so. So, if we have to prepare ourselves to go to other higher planetary system, and here within this material world, within this universe, abrahma bhavana lokana punaravartino. Even if you go to the highest planetary system, Brahmaloka, the Brahmaloka means you cannot calculate one day's life. That is stated in the Bhagavad-gītā. Sahasra juga varjantam arahajjat brahmanovi. Sahasra juga, one yug means 43 lakhs of years. And multiply by 1,000. Such years is only 12 hours of Brahmaloka. Similarly, 24 hours, one more, 1 year. It is very, very long duration of life there, where Brahma lives. But still you have to die. Avarma puna lokan punaravartina. So, madhyama gatya punarjanmana vidyate. These are instructions are there, and we are trying to educate people in Krishna consciousness. But if we think foolishly that I am independent, you can do that, but we are not independent. That's a fact. Prakriti Kriyamanani, we are fully under the control of Prakriti, and we have to change types of bodies. There are 8,400,000 different types of bodies. Jalajano, Lakhani, Savara, Lakhavinsati, they are all stated. And this human form of life is very, very rarely we have obtained. Therefore, Prahlad Maharaj said that Durlabha Manasam Janma. This human form of life is very, very difficult to obtain. Somehow or other we have now this human form of life. Krishna says that utilize it very nicely so that the problems of life, and that knowledge is very easy. Krishna says, Janma karma cha me dibbam jujanati tattva. Simply try to understand Krishna. That's all. That is all. And Krishna is explaining himself, what he is. Where is the difficulty? Unless you make some interpretation foolishly, everything is very, very clear. So you can understand Krishna. And if you understand Krishna, then the result is Janma karma sami dibbam jujanati tattva takta deham punarjanma naiti mami. Very difficult. There is no difficulty. Therefore our request is, take to this Krishna consciousness. If the foreigners can take to it very seriously, why not Indians? It is Indians' knowledge. Bhagavad-gītā was spoken in India. Why you are neglecting it? Why you are not taking advantage? Why you are falsely proud that you are independent? These are our questions. You are not independent. You are under the full control of Prakriti. So you have to rectify Tapodipam tina suddhet satya jasmad brahma sokham anantam. That is, that we want happiness. But here, any happiness, there is no happiness, it is simply distress. But even if we take that happiness, that is temporary. But we want unlimited, unending happiness. But that you can have if you perform tapasya. Tapasya brahmacharjina samena damena. That is life. Human life is meant for tapasya. Little tapasya. Little, not very difficult. We are asking this boy, the European others, that you simply give us these 4 principles of sinful life. Because if you remain sinful, you cannot understand God. That is not possible. Therefore Krishna is saying, Mama namana duskriti no mula. One who are engaged in sinful activity, they cannot. That is not possible. Jesam antagatam papam jananam punna karma te dandamaha nirmukta bhajanti ma. We have to be free from sinful life. Now, it is practical. Now, we have, according to Shastra, we have prescribed no illicit sex, no meat eating, no gambling, no intercourse. 4 no's. Then you become free from sinful activities. And then chant Hare Krishna, your life is free. It is not very difficult, provided we are serious to take it. So that is our request. Hare Nama, Hare Nama, Hare Nama, Kevalam. Even if you cannot give up the 4 principles of sinful life immediately, but you take to Krishna consciousness, chant Hare Krishna mantra, then it gradually gets trained, just like this European American boy. From their childhood, they are trained now for this sinful life. But they have given up completely. Young man, still they have given up. So, the method is very simple. Cheta darpanamarjanam bhava mahadavagni nidvapanam. If you chant Hare Krishna mantra, then the mirror of the core of heart will be clean. Cheta darpanamarjanam. And then bhava mahadavagni nidvapanam. This repetition of birth, death, old age and disease. This is just like a fire in the forest. Nobody wants it, but it is forced upon us. Just like nobody wants go to set fire in the forest, but it takes place naturally. Similarly, if you remain in this material world, then you have to be, put into the stimulations of materialistic way of life. There is no escape. Samsara davana. It is just like davana. So cheta darpana marjanam bhava mahadavana. As soon as you understand that I do not belong to this material world, Brahma bhuta prasannatma nasurachati, then all problems of life is solved. Aham Brahma. This is cheta darpana marjanam. So as soon as one is cleansed of the dirty things in the heart, then he can understand that I am part and parcel of Krishna. My duty is to serve Krishna. So let me be engaged in his service and become successful in this human form. Thank you very much. It is Krishnaism. What is this come? Hinduism means a type of faith, or Muslimism is type of faith. But as it is described in the English dictionary, religion means a kind of faith. It is not that type of religion. It is a compulsory fact. Just like sugar is compulsorily must become sweet. If sugar is not sweet, that is not real sugar. Chili is not hot, that is not reality. Similarly, we are part and parcel of Krishna. Our duty is to become Krishna conscious. There is no question of faith. It is not a question of faith. You may have faith in Hinduism, tomorrow you may have faith in Christianity, or you may have faith in Christianism, tomorrow in Mohammedanism. This kind of faith is not Krishna consciousness. It is compulsory. Just like laws of the state. It is not that it is meant for the Hindus or for the Muslims, for the Christians. It is meant for everyone. Similarly, Mamayivamsa Jiva Bhuta. We are part and parcel of Krishna. So, it is compulsory to revive our consciousness that we are part and parcel of Krishna. It is not a question of faith. Faith you may accept or do not accept, but here it is a question of must. You must revive your Krishna consciousness, otherwise you will suffer.
Any other question? Any other question, please? Here, what's that?
If I understand Bhagavad-gītā properly, Krishna has given different types of methods for different types of people, different types of characters. He is talking about different types of yoga like Karma Yoga, Yoga, Jnana Yoga, all those things. And also, in a specific question to Arjuna's question, married question to Krishna, he asked the difference between the two forms of worship. One is worshipping the form, other is worshipping the gunas. And as this actually is, we find it difficult to understand that. What can you enlighten us on this part? Why Krishna has given a different type of path which to be followed by different set of people, and these two different types of worships, one is the form worship and another is the formless worship, which he explains to Arjuna.
The personal form and impersonal form, there are two conceptions. And Krishna explains this, that maya tadamidam sarvam jagat bhaktam ultina, abhaktam, impersonal. That is another form of Krishna. He says maya, by me, I am all pervading. Maya tadamidam sarvam. That is sarvam khalidam brahma. Because he is expanded everywhere. That is impersonal. But as maya, he says, by me, that is person. So, the whole creation is Krishna's expansion of energy. Just like the sunshine. Sunshine is also the same quality, heat and light, as the sun glow or the sun god. But this sunshine is impersonal. And the sun glow is localized. And within the sun glow there is sun god. So that is the means of everything. Ishvara Parama Krishna Sachidananda Vidya. Brahmanaham Pratishtha. The Brahma Jyoti is also staying in Krishna. Krishna is the source of Brahma Jyoti. So, impersonal or personal, whatever you take, that is Brahma. Brahmeti, Paramatmayati, Bhagavaniti, Sarva. But the beginning, origin is Krishna. That Krishna explains. Aham sarvasya prabhava mattas sarvam pravartate. Either you take impersonal Brahma or localized Paramatma, whatever you take, that is emanation from Krishna. Sarvakaranakar. So, of course, if you worship impersonal form, Brahma, Jyoti, that is also Krishna. But Krishna says, klesha adhikatadastesham of bhaktya sattvachitasa. if you want to approach the absolute truth through the impersonal form, then it will be a little difficult. Perhaps you may not reach the ultimate goal. You may fall down. There are so many instances, you have seen in India, so many big sannyasis. They give up this word, Brahma Sattva Jagan Mithya. But after some days, they come down to this Jagat and engage themselves in political. Why? They could not stay in the Brahma state. That is stated in the Shrimad Bhagavatam. Jannera vinyakha vimukta maninu. By concentrating on the impersonal form, they think that they have become liberated, but actually that is not. Avisuddha buddhaya. The impersonal conception is not purified intelligence. Jannera vindakha vimukta mani. You may think that I have become liberated, but it is not. Why? iandKṛṣṇa param padam tataha patanti adha. After so much trouble and austerity, penances, you may acquire the position in the impersonal Brahma, but there is chance of falling down from there. Patanti adha. Why? Anadita jusmatam graya. Because they could not find out how to worship your lotus feet. So, unless you come to the personal form of the absolute truth, there is difficulty and there is chance of falling down. Sarva dharman parittajya mamekam. This is the most confidential information. Gujyatam, sarva gujyatam. So, if you want to take the most confidential instruction of Krishna, then mamekam sarvam praja. Then you want. What is that?
He says he takes Christianity as Krishna consciousness. What do you say?
Everything is Krishna consciousness. It is question of degrees. Momo bhakt pantham, what is that verse? Bhaktante manusya partha sarva. Everyone is hunting after Krishna. But they are forward to some step. Suppose Krishna is there on the top and it is 100 steps. So somebody has covered 5 steps, somebody has covered 10 steps, somebody has covered 100 steps, like that. So everyone is searching after Krishna. But there is degrees of realization of Krishna. So either Christian, Mohammedan or any, they are searching after Krishna, that's all right. But it is a question of degrees, how far they have gone onward. The last stage is sarva dharman parittajya mamekam. That is the final. No, it is Krishna consciousness is there in the Bhagavad-gītā. It is not nobody's property. It is Krishna's instruction.
What is the color of Krishna? It is blue or black. Not according to Shastra, but your experience.
So, if you kindly advance in Krishna consciousness, then you will understand. What is that?
What is the main purpose of meditation?
Meditation. Dhyanavasthita tadgatena manasa apashyanti jam yogina. This is meditation. That by meditation try to find out Krishna within your heart. Because Krishna is situated in everyone's heart. Ishara sarvabhutanam hrideshe arjuna tishta. So that is dhyan. Find out. In the Shastra we understand Krishna is within my heart. And if you meditate, try to find out Krishna, then if you are fortunate, you will be able to see him. This is meditation.
Name Krishna existed
prior to
Existed prior to
Dwapar Yuga. Dwapar Yuga.
Yes, it is always existing. Those who are expert, they are seeing him. Krishna is just like Brahma Samhita, he mentions Krishna, Ishara Parama Krishna. So many Dapar Yugas before, many millions of Dapar Yugas before. Do you understand it? Brahma says, Brahma is the first creature in the creation. Many millions of years ago, he uttered this word, Ishara Parama Krishna.
Is Lord Krishna in Bhagavad-gītā different from the one in Bhagavatam?
Is Lord Krishna in Bhagavad-gītā different?
Krishna is one. It is very popular here also, otherwise why you have come here? So, Krishna is popular in India very much. At every house they observe Krishna Janmashtami. Unfortunately, you are forgetting. You are forgetting this. That is the misfortune.
Swami, to be of service to Godhead, is it necessary to renounce the regular life?
No. Regular life, just like Arjuna. Arjuna understood Bhagavad-gītā. So before understanding Bhagavad-gītā, he was a soldier. So after hearing Bhagavad-gītā, he remained a soldier. He did not give up the battlefield. Now Krishna, I have understood, I give up everything, I am now going to be sannyasi. No. That is not required. You have to understand what Krishna wants you to do. That is Krishna consciousness. That you can do in any position. It doesn't require. Karma phala tyag. That is advised by Krishna. Krishna says, Sarva dharman parityajya. We have manufactured different types of religious systems. They can be grouped. Some of them are within the group of tyaga, and some of them are within the group of bhoga. Bhoga and tyaga. The karmis, they are after bhoga, and jnanis, they are after tyaga. Krishna says that you have to give up both of them, with bhoga and tyaga. Both of them. You have simply to surrender unto me. There is no question of bhoga and tyaga. Does not say that you go everywhere.
They say that you have to just meditate.
But what they say I do not know. I know what Krishna says. That's all. No, we are not concerned with others. We are pushing our Krishna consciousness means our mission is to present before you what Krishna says, that's all. We are not concerned what Allah says. We are not concerned. Yes, there is, in the 6th chapter, Matparam. He has explained, Yoginamapi sarvesham madgata antaratmana sadhyaman bhajati juma samejuktatam. That is first class yogi, who is always thinking, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare. He is first class. All right, yes, chant Hare Krishna, enjoy it.